Lawrence Chris Parker, born August 20, 1965, better known by his stage names KRS-One, an abbreviation of Knowledge Reigns Supreme Over Nearly Everyone, and T-Cha, is an American rapper from the Bronx. He rose to prominence as part of the hip-hop group Boogie Down Productions, which he formed with DJ Scott La Rock in the mid-1980s. KRS-One is known for his songs Sound of the Police, Love's Gonna Getcha, Material Love, and My Philosophy. Boogie Down Productions received numerous awards and critical acclaim in their early years. Following the release of the group's debut album, Criminal Minded, fellow artist Scott La Rock was shot and killed, but KRS-One continued the group, effectively as a solo project. He began releasing records under his own name in 1993. He is politically active, having started the Stop the Violence movement after La Rock's death. He is also a vegan activist, expressed in songs such as Beef. He is widely considered an influence on many hip-hop artists. He has a net worth of $6 million. Early life. Lawrence Parker was born in the New York City borough of Brooklyn in 1965 to an American mother. His biological father, who was not involved in his upbringing, was from the Caribbean island of Barbados. He had a troubled childhood, suffering severe beatings from his American stepfather John Parker when the family lived in Harlem, New York. When his mother left the marriage, both he and his younger brother Kenny moved with her to the Bronx, before again moving a year later to Brooklyn. Home life continued to be difficult, including further physical abuse at the hands of his mother's new Jamaican partner, and he ran away from home several times. At age 16 he left home permanently, and spent a time living homeless in New York, before eventually signing himself into a group home in the Bronx. Personal life. KRS-One is a vocal supporter of veganism. KRS-One's stepson, Randy Parker, was found dead in his Atlanta, Georgia, apartment on July 6, 2007. The medical examiner's office stated that Parker had died of a gunshot wound to the head, and listed the cause of death as suicide. His son Chris Parker, born 1992, is an aspiring music producer and DJ known as Predator Prime. Political views. KRS-One supported Republican Ron Paul for president during his 2012 run. He criticized then-President Barack Obama on Alex Jones' radio show, stating, "Hey, put a black face on the New World Order and now we all happy. KRS ain't buying it." During the 2016 United States presidential election, KRS-One indicated he was hesitant to support Democratic candidates Hillary Clinton or Bernie Sanders, arguing he was unconvinced by their professed support for ending police brutality. He stated that Republican candidate Jeb Bush had some pretty cool ideas, but added, "They're not our ideas." On Donald Trump, KRS-One stated the Republican candidate was a friend to hip-hop in his early days, but cautioned that, when we say, "Look, Donald Trump was a friend to hip-hop back in the day, so was Bill Clinton." Hip-hop. Growing up, Parker had developed a deep love of the emerging hip-hop culture in New York, and by that time he was honing his craft as an MC, as well as being an active graffiti writer. In 1984, he left the group home and moved into a homeless shelter in the South Bronx where he was dubbed Krishna by the residents due to his curiosity about the Hare Krishna spirituality of some of the anti-poverty workers. During his stay at the community shelter he encountered youth counselor Scott Sterling aka DJ Scott La Rock, and there began a DJ-MC relationship. He also engaged in the street art activity graffiti under the alias KRS-One, Knowledge Reigns Supreme Over Nearly Everyone. Together he and Sterling created Boogie Down Productions, releasing their debut album, Criminal Minded, in 1987. KRS-One also practices activism in his career and is a leading figure and founder of several hip-hop groups that work to promote peace and education, such as the Stop the Violence movement and Human Education Against Lies, HAL. He also founded the Temple of Hip Hop, a group dedicated to preserving and expanding hip-hop culture and spirituality. Through this, KRS-One intends to decriminalize hip-hop and raise hip-hop's identity and self-esteem. In an interview with Aki X in the January 2003 issue of Thrasher magazine, KRS-One observes, hip-hop has manifested Martin Luther King's "I Have a Dream" speech, where he envisioned that the sons and daughters of former slave owners and sons and daughters of former slaves would join hands in brotherhood towards justice and freedom. Hip-hop expressed that through Eminem and Dr. Dre, through Russell Simmons and the Beastie Boys, through MC, Search, Run DMC and Aerosmith. This is what it is to be hip-hopper. Boogie Down Productions. Main article, Boogie Down Productions. KRS-One began his recording career as one-third of the hip-hop group Boogie Down Productions, or BDP, alongside DJ Scott La Rock and Derek "D Nice" Jones. Additionally, KRS-One had taken offense to "The Bridge," a song by Marley Marl's protege, MC Sean. KRS-One later reconciled with Marley Marl, producing an album with him in 2007 titled Hip Hop Lives. The song could be interpreted as a claim that Queensbridge was the monument of hip-hop, though MC Sean has repeatedly denied this claim. Still, KRS-One dissed the song with the BDP record South Bronx. A second round of volleys ensued with Shan's "Kill That Noise" and BDP's "The Bridge Is Over." KRS-One, demonstrating his nickname, the Blast Master, gave a live performance against MC Sean, and many conceded he had won the battle. Many, who believe this live performance to be the first MC battle where rappers attack each other, instead of a battle between who can get the crowd more hyped. Stop the Violence Movement. The Stop the Violence movement was formed by KRS-One in 1988-1989 in response to violence in the hip-hop and black communities. During a concert by Boogie Down Productions and Public Enemy, a young fan was killed in a fight. Coming soon after the shooting death of his friend and fellow BDP member Scott La Rock, KRS-One was galvanized into action and formed the Stop the Violence movement. Composed of some of the biggest stars in contemporary East Coast hip-hop, the movement released a single, Self-Destruction, in 1989, with all proceeds going to the National Urban League. A music video was created, and a VHS cassette entitled Overcoming Self-Destruction, the making of the Self-Destruction video, was also released. Temple of Hip Hop. The Temple of Hip Hop is a ministry, archive, school, and society, MASS, founded by KRS-One. Its goal is to maintain and promote hip-hop culture. Another goal of the Temple of Hip Hop is to finance educational centers which store archives and host lectures devoted to hip-hop culture. The Temple of Hip Hop maintains that hip-hop is a genuine political movement, religion, and culture. It calls on all fans to celebrate Hip Hop Appreciation Week on the third week of May each year. It encourages DJs and MCs to teach people about the culture of hip-hop and to write more socially conscious songs, and radio stations to play more socially conscious hip-hop.